you go, Mosey. Hi, my name is Eliana Marshall. This is the first video on my channel, and it's the first of a series that I want to call Stop the Excuses. So basically, I want to call out certain habits that I have that get in the way of me getting the things that I want, getting the things that I strive for, that I have potential for, and basically every video is going to be a different way of addressing the issues and stopping the excuses. So I would say the series is like part advice, but also like part confession. So basically I'm going to lay out like the things that I deal with and the things that self-sabotage my, whether it's my relationships or my habits or my goals, whatever. And then also give advice and like kind of watch me go through it, things like that. For the first video, it's specifically about hobbies. Most of us really want to start a whole list of hobbies, but we refuse to stay in that beginner stage, that uncomfortable stage where we're bad at it. So I struggle with this a lot. I'm very much like, if I'm not good at something in the first 2 weeks of trying it, I give up and I move on to the next thing, which essentially is just a counterproductive like cycle that makes me just not good at anything. So like basically ask yourself, how many times have you wanted to like play guitar, learn a new sport, learn how to code, learn about weightlifting, or learn about painting, or you have a whole list of books that you really want to learn. You have like all these tabs saved, whether it's on a YouTube playlist or a like Instagram favorites. Hold on. Mom, can I get out? Wanna leave? Anyways, basically a lot of people deal with that desire, but then they never fully follow through with the execution. So they have all these plans, but they don't actually follow through with it. I think a really big part of it is you don't lack time and you don't lack talent. It's that you lack the ability to tolerate discomfort. You lack the ability to tolerate being bad. What helps me realize this is like thinking back to when like you're first learning to write. It's not perfect, but because you do it every day at school, because you have people telling you you have to stay on top of it, it's consistency. That's time, and it takes consistency, and it takes is another really big aspect. It can't just be like, oh, I have to have all this discipline and only myself, like I have to lock in. It's like there's that. You have to take responsibility and have self-discipline, but you also need to reassess who's your support system, who are your friends, what's your circle. Are they supporting you in what you're doing? Are they distracting you? Are they discouraging you? Are they indifferent, or do they just fuck around and don't actually have any aspirations? Or maybe they do it and like they inspire you. Does your circle inspire you, basically? And as a 21-year-old, you have to really reassess that, because you're out of high school, you're almost done with college, and you have to be like, okay, I'm going into the real world. I have to be careful about who's in my circle. This is going way off topic, but essentially start those hobbies and have people who support. Okay. I'm gonna go with what I have written down, what I've journaled. Is basically the root of the problem is pride and fear. We don't like to be clumsy, we don't like to be unskilled, we don't like to feel slow, we don't like to be awkward, we don't like to appear confused. We want the finished product right away. When we don't get instant results, when our drawing looks bad or our gym form looks really awkward, our ego starts to panic. And the ego bruise is where hobbies die, basically. Like when your ego is bruised, that's when you give up, and that's when you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, I look stupid. Once you start going up to people and just like admitting, hey, I don't know shit about this, can you help me? Like, I'm a beginner, help me, walk me through it. That's an easy first step, but the hard part is when you mess up, when you look awkward, when you look weird. No one's judging you, and if they are, they're losers. Like, they're genuinely losers. Okay, back to my notes. Basically, we compare ourselves to these like professionals online, and we forget that those professionals have been practicing their entire lives, but for some reason, our brain is just like, oh, they're really good at it, I should be good at it, what am I doing with my life, da 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 da. And we expect to be amazing on day one, and then when we're not, we quit. And the thing is, people don't quit dramatically. It's not like this big, like, oh, I hate this, whatever, I'm dropping it. No, most people quit quietly. They start with like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym like 3 times a week, and then eventually it goes into, well, I haven't gone to the gym in like a few weeks, but like, it's fine, I'll get back into it. I'm just not that person. What's so annoying is when people say, I'm not that type of person. Human beings are malleable. I'm sorry, you're not just like, well, I'm a fixed person in this. I'm not a sports person. Oh, I'm not an art person. I'm not a this, I'm not a that. You can be, that's the thing, like, you can. Like, that's what's so weird about people who are like, oh no, I don't do that. That's like, I can't, like, like, you're not pre-programmed to be bad at stuff unless like, you have a physical disability. You are not like pre-programmed to be bad at shit. It takes practice. Like, that's what that shit, like, that pisses me off when someone's like, oh, I'm not a math person, so I don't budget, or I'm not a math person, so I don't da-da-da, or I'm not a book person, so da-da-da-da. I'm not really a sports person, so like, it's one thing if you know in your heart that you don't like it. It's another thing if you're just taking the easy way out. And then you get to adulthood, you have a midlife crisis, you're like, wow, I only know about this one sport. You have your whole life to have so many different hobbies. You don't have to have a million. Actually, let me take that back. You have your whole life to at least have 5 hobbies, but you have to be bad at them first. Especially with Gen Z right now, you're constantly bombarded on social media with people who are so talented, who are so successful, who are like, these are the things I did in my 20s to become a millionaire. These are the things that I did in high school that got me into Ivy League. These are the things that I did that made my tennis form perfect, and you can do it too. It's all these people that are selling you something as if it's like an easy fix. That my whole feed is that, and it's like, it's never that easy. It really just starts with baby steps. It can never be like, this is how I got good in 1 month at XYZ. It's like, no, like, you gotta like be okay with being bad. Like, that's so hard for me. It made me worse. Like, being scared of being bad made me not want to practice. It made me not want to hit with people. For context, I only know about tennis in regards to sports. That's the only sport that I really enjoyed aside from like maybe track. I would avoid practicing with the other girls. In high school, I would avoid like I really avoided wanting to have attention on me because I was bad. And it became this cycle of like, I don't want to go to practice because I'm bad. And then it just became like, I just got worse and worse. And now I'm at a point in my life where like, okay, I'm bad, like, but I reach out to people now to hit with them. I take more private lessons now. I watch more professional tennis players, whatever. And I have to be okay with just being bad at it. And it hurts, but like, you have to be okay with it. Go back to my notes. Oh, perfect. I literally just said that. I wrote, why being bad is the only way to get, this is crazy. High school tennis, all 4 years. I had maybe a 60% chance of hitting my ball within the court for every hit. That's horrible. Now, I'm actually a pretty fairly decent, like, okay, I can't volley for shit, but like, I hit, at least with my forehands, I hit the ball in the court. I can aim it now and get it where I want it to be. So there is improvement, and that's what I need to focus on, is those little improvements. It's step by step, day by day. Like, you have to be bad in order to be good. And I'm not even that good yet, but I'm better. And I'm only better because I was bad. Yeah, all my notes I wrote down is literally what I just said. You can't skip the messy process. It also is really telling who's gonna continue to support you when you're bad. When you have those people that will support you and not make you feel shitty for being bad at the start, and the people that will watch you, support you, encourage you, keep you accountable throughout the whole process, that's so important. That's so important. What else I write down? Oh, another point. People don't fear the hobbies. They fear looking cringe. I can't stress enough. You have to be okay with being cringe. Okay, if you're in middle school or high school, you have some cringe to worry about because that's the age where everyone's judging each other and whatever. I don't care. When you are an adult, cringe is literally part of life. And if all you're worrying about is, am I being cringe? Do people think I'm weird? Is someone recording me? Oh my God, like, oh my God, get over yourself. Like, oh my God. I can't stand when people are like so caught up in what people are gonna think. When you're in college, if you are in your 20s, you're supposed to be cringe. Like, I'm sorry, like no one gives a shit. Unless you have shitty friends who judge you, you should not care. That just comes down to, yeah, people are not as scared about the hobby itself. That's not what they're scared of because they clearly like it. They want to do it, but they're scared of looking bad. They're scared of being cringe. That was the thing that held me back in high school. I didn't want to go out to my school's courts and look bad. I was like, oh, someone's going to walk by. Someone's going to record me. These girls, I mean, yeah, there were some mean girls on that team for sure that like would give dirty looks. Now I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I can't even remember their names. And now I look back and I'm like, I could have been so much better at tennis if I just blocked them out. You have to block out people's opinions because, like, who's wasting their time judging people like that? Losers judge people like that. Like, get over yourself. Like, be okay with looking bad and be okay with being friends with people who might also look bad. Like, you guys are growing together, and that's what's so important. Yeah, I wrote down, you're afraid someone will see you practicing and then they judge you. You're afraid of being the slowest one. You're afraid of not being instantly good. Okay, so the next part of my notes says, this is about identity and not skill. Learning a hobby bruises the ego because it forces you to confront the fact that your identity is not fixed. You're not stuck in one lane. You can change, you can grow, you can develop skills, but your ego doesn't want that. So this is what I was saying earlier. Why you can't just say like, oh, I'm not that type of person. Oh, I don't do that. Oh, I've only done soccer and that's my only thing. And I only like this. I'm a math person. You can know where your strengths are, but to completely fix your identity in one area is crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. And I know so many people like that because they find comfort in it. They find comfort in like, well, I'm good at this. It's all I know. And that's going to be my identity. My identity is the piano, and I went to this school and my parents put me in these lessons, and that's my identity, and that's my party trick, and that's all I know is music and piano. Okay, but are you growing? At least from my experience, when I realized I went in as an English major, I took some classes and I was like, damn, I'm not growing. I found comfort in that major because I knew that I would do okay and that I wouldn't feel the discomfort. So then I was like, okay, what is something that I can switch into? Okay, I'm on the pre-law track, so I'm like, okay, a minor in poli sci. Okay, I like this. I switched my major to business. Never thought I would be a business major, but as someone who used to say, oh, I'm not a math person, oh, I'm an English person, I'm not a math person, I don't care about money, I really am so proud of the fact that I switched to business because now there's things that I would have thought, oh, that's too complicated. No, that's not for my brain. My brain can't handle that. Yes, it can. The human brain is so cool and so malleable and easy to learn. It just takes consistency. You have to fail in order to get better. You have to fail in order to get better. Hold on. So, practical advice for starting a hobby without quitting. Okay, so this is the stuff that I wrote down that I think will be, because what I've been talking about before is like mindset shifts and like mindset changes. But like actual practical advice, I have them down as 1, pick one hobby, not 5. Pick one hobby to lock in on. So, like, I have been trying to learn more about crocheting. That's 1. Like, that's what I dedicate. If I have spare time, it's that. Do not overload. Do not get overly ambitious because then you're going to do the thing that everyone does at New Year's where, like, they have all these goals. They have all this. I'm going to lose this much weight. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to be a whole new person. And then by a month in, you give up on everything and you're the exact same person and you never grow. So pick one hobby to learn and don't overload it. Don't be overambitious. Don't set your expectations too high. Just start with baby steps. And My second point was to give yourself permission to suck for 30 days. Yeah, be terrible at it for the first 30 days. Like, be so, like, shitty at it and be okay with that. I mean, obviously, if you're the person that can pick things up quicker and, like, you see improvement within those 30 days, that's great. But if in those first 30 days, if you're not good, like, don't sweat it. What the fuck is that? Oh, my next advice is practice for about 20 minutes every day. No more, no less. Unless, you know, you get into your flow state and you get locked in and then, yeah, whatever. But basically dedicate at least like 20 minutes a day to it. That's not a big time commitment, but at least you can check it off, because that's the thing, is consistency, and it is training your brain little by little by little. With any hobby, it has to be little by little, but it has to be every day. And just put it in as 20 minutes. Just like, I just crochet for 20 minutes. That's it. Like, hate when people act like things are harder than they are. It's one thing if you're dealing with like genuine hardships and you're dealing with like some mental blockage and whatever, but I can't stand when people are like, no, that's too hard, no, I don't want to do that, no, I just rotted in bed instead. How you spend your days is how you spend your life. Like, people act like it's two separate things. How you're spending your time in college is probably how you're gonna end up as an adult, unless you make an actionable change. So you're rotting every single day. That's kind of shitty. Number 4, don't compare your day 1 to someone else's year 5. Comparison kills joy faster than little failures ever could. I thought that was such a cheesy thing. I hated when I was told by therapists, when I was told by friends, when I was told by family, like, comparison's a thief of joy, because I would compare myself all the time to everyone because I wanted to be the best. Whatever. It's an ego thing. But then once you start comparing yourself, you start feeling insecure and you start to give up and you start to just spiral. Number 5 is to track your progress in weeks and not days. This varies, I guess, like, on the person, but I feel like weekly progress makes me feel better when I'm measuring it that way. Like, how many times did I do this in a week? But also, at the same time, if you want to do 20 minutes a day, then you kind of have to track daily. So I don't know why I wrote that, but it's like, I feel like weekly progress shows like a big picture, and that makes you feel good. Because if you're just looking at daily, then you're just like, you don't see the big picture. So weekly gives you a bigger picture, but it really depends on the person and the hobby and whatever. Number 6 is you don't need to post everything online. So protect your beginner stage. Like, don't constantly seek external validation, especially online. You can definitely get the support that you want from your circle, from your friends, but you don't have to post it all on. I'm a hypocrite. That's what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. I hope my point still stands. Just, like, let yourself learn and grow privately. Like, you don't have to post everything. I liked when I wrote that, but now I realize it's a bit hypocritical since I'm making this YouTube channel, but whatever. Okay, so closing message is your life will get better the moment you allow yourself to be bad at something new. Stop waiting for confidence, stop waiting for talent, stop waiting for the motivation. You just start, and you have to start messy, you have to start awkward, you have to start imperfect, but you just gotta start and just do a little every day. Your future self will thank you for every embarrassing and clumsy attempt that you make today. Yeah, so that's the gist. This is an informal first video where I talk about a certain topic and, like, stop the excuses type of thing. I think my next ones will be more specific. This was a very broad topic. Hobbies is starting hobbies and being bad at things. It's very broad. My next videos will be more specific and hopefully more structured, because I kind of just had random notes written down in front of me and just started to ramble on, like, what I was thinking in the moment. So next time I think I'll have a more structured script, more structured video format. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.